So I'm going to tell y'all a story on how I almost got tricked thinking somebody was my husband. All right. Story time. So this was when I got saved. I was a babe in Christ. Okay. And I remember I was saved, waiting, saving myself. I was like a good year in. I ain't touched nobody. I ain't did nothing, and I remember somebody came to me and they were like, God said, you are my wife. Mind you, I ain't never look at this person like that a day in my life. I ain't never want this person. This person was not my type. I was not attracted to this person. Not at all. Like nothing about this person intrigued me. But let me tell you what happened. Hold on. The night before that, I was crying. The night before that, I was crying. I was like, God, I was listening to NDIRE. I'm ready for love. And I was just crying because I was so sad. I was like, I want love so bad. And then the next day, that's when the person came to me. And it was like, God said, you're my wife. And then they said, and my father is a prophet. And he said that you're my wife as well. And then pastor said it. So I'm like, okay. If this is my husband, then okay. So I went to my pastor at the time, like maybe a couple days later. And I was like, so-and-so came up to me and he said that I was his wife. Do you think this is true? Mind you, it's something weird happened that day when he said it to me. It's like I felt something in my stomach. Like it got like this feeling. Like, I don't know. It was like this weird feeling in my stomach. So I was like, I felt that feeling. I was like, what does this mean? It was like this butterfly feeling. Now I know that ain't good. So I asked my pastor, I said, so what do you think? Then he was like, if you have a dream, if God confirms it in a dream, then that's your husband. I said, okay. That night, I had a dream. I had a dream that I was with him. We had twin daughters. And I woke up, I was like, oh my gosh, I had a confirmation like that. I guess it's my husband. So I started talking to the person, dating him and stuff like that. And, he was cool, but I knew, so I was like, this ain't my husband. Like, I end up messing up. No, he caused this man. I was saving myself, y'all. He did some trick. He like jumped on me. I ain't been touching the air like you. He done jumped on me on some old slick junk, and then I messed up. So next thing you know, I'm instantly like, I don't even like this person no more. Like, I'm like, I don't think this is the one for me. Like, I'm like, he done made me mess up. I'm like, okay, no. So I don't know. I just started thinking about my future, and I'm like, I don't see this person in my future. Like, my spirit was not okay. Like, I was like, this can't be my husband. So I remember telling him, like, I don't want to be with you no more. Like, I'm like, I don't, you're not the man for me. You're not my husband. And I remember my pastor at the time, he calling me like, that's not your husband. Leave him alone. I'm like, you just told me if I, it was just so much drama, y'all. So that was the trick of the enemy. And mind you, I had a dream that I had two twin daughters with him, right? In a dream, I think about it today. In a dream, and I wasn't even married. Your plan was to get me impregnated. That's what your plan was. Like, you wanted to have a baby with me. You thought you was going to do that. You came to sleep with me to ruin my pureness, my purity. That was the assignment of the enemy. Like, and I'm like, what if I would have just kept it going, and I would have never really seek God and really for myself? Because in my spirit, he wasn't the one for me, but he told me, and the prophets said it, and, the leaders said it. All these people, they wanted me with this person. That's what their flesh wanted. So when I say I'm so glad and I thank the Lord, I did not be a fool and marry that person or be with that person. I let it go. I said, this ain't the one for me. First of all, you got me messing up. You definitely ain't the one for me. So that right there, we got to really be careful, y'all. I'm so cautious now. You know how many times after that men came up to me, God said, you're my wife. I could count at least on my hands. Well, at least 5 or maybe 10. I don't know. God said you was my wife. I remember I was leaving this church, and it's like he was like a little mentally ill. I don't know what was wrong with this dude. I don't know. He was seeming mentally ill to me. And we leaving the church and he said, God just told me you're my wife. I just said, what is wrong with these people? Your wicked spirit, your delusional spirit. First of all, I can't be everybody's wife. That's first and foremost. So many men use that. Y'all, ladies, be careful. Men, be careful as well. Because women saying that God said you my husband too. And they lying. They spirit, they wicked spirit, that spirit of delusion is on them. So you're hearing a false spirit. Be careful. Be careful. If it don't feel right in your spirit, it's not of God, period, point blank. Ain't nothing that God gonna tell somebody else and he won't deal with you about it as well. Like, I gotta marry you. God said that you're my wife. I don't feel that way. God is not telling me that. My spirit, I don't even like you. Like, I'm not even attracted to you. Like, you're not even nothing I would even go for. Like, why do I have to listen to what you say and what your spirit is saying when God ain't dealing with me about that? So let's be careful, y'all. Y'all don't understand how many men lying. Well, they could not feel like they're lying. They could really think like the spirit is telling them that. But do you even hear God about anything else? That's what I realized. I'm like, my food all getting mushy now. So do you hear God about anything else? Be careful when somebody's coming and claiming that you're their husband or you're their wife. I had a dream about you. I had the same dream. I had a dream that we was together. That's a false dream that the enemy done implanted in my mind. I just, and it also talks about dreams coming there. Many thoughts. I'm thinking about it. Is this the person for me? Then I have a dream we having twin girls. Like, come on now. Every confirmation ain't a real confirmation from God. Let's really be real. So really seek God. Really seek God about your purpose. All right, is this a purpose? Is this a destiny helper? Is this somebody that can help push me? Mind you, that person, I knew I was going to be an author. I knew I was going to be something. Like, I knew I was going to be these things. I felt that this person could barely, like, comprehend. Like, you're not my husband. You're not my husband. You're not. I'm sorry. Like, the devil will keep you. The devil will try to make you get somebody that's not even on your level. He'll try to get you entangled with somebody early on before you even find yourself. Before you even at that peak, he'll try to get you and indulge with somebody that can't even meet you where you're going to be at. So don't allow it, y'all. Do not allow it. I'm telling you right now, seek God, seek God, seek God. Don't go off of what other people are saying. Don't go off of, oh, I believe this is what God is saying, somebody else's word. Go off of your spirit and what God is telling you. All right? Because that's why he's definitely a deceiver. And men will use that up in the church to get you in your pants, all that. And then be like, oh, that's what God said, but I don't feel that no more. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. Men also be careful because these women, let me tell you right now, they're going to use the prophetic. They might have the prophetic upon them, but they'll use that spiritually, acting like they're hearing God, or even have a spirit of delusion come upon them, seeing false vision and false dreams, saying that you're the one for them. So, you got to be careful as well if it don't fit right in your spirit. If God is not dealing with you heavy, like you see this person 100% in your future. I see me doing great things with you. I see me building a family and a life with you. If you do not see that, how can that be from God? God said he'll give you the desires of your heart. That means that he will input those desires in you. That means that woman that God has for you, you're going to have a strong, full desire for her. And you're going to know, you will know without a shadow of a doubt that is your wife. So, y'all, be careful, okay? So, that's it. That's all I got to talk about. But, y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe, all right? I just had to talk about it. y'all. I'm sorry I had to talk about it. But y'all be blessed and never stress. You already know. Peace out.